Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is that no matter what else goes right or wrong in the figure, the very highest score that can be given is a compilation of all of the heights of the positions that can have a height marking. In this figure, you have basically three places to evaluate this: the splits, the fishtail, and the night position. Here you can see the split chart and its evaluation of what different split heights mean. So you can look at this and you can see the different angles of splits and how that will be reflected in the scores. And here is the fishtail height chart, and you can see it marks off, and then here is the night height chart, which also marks off where the heights are. Okay, so let's look at the heights in this figure. First one is the fishtail height, and this one is nice and high, probably an 8.5. Okay, first split, it looks like maybe a 4.5 or a 5. Second split, 4.5. Third split, maybe a 5, maybe a 5.5, and then that night is probably a 6.5. So then you just have to average together what those three difficulties would be, and then that is your starting score for this figure before you do any deductions. This first chart you can see talks about the amount of deductions given for travel and for the front layout to the front pike position. You can see on this next chart, this is how much takeoff for variations on the pike position. This is an example of how every position they talk about having full extension. So this is true for every position in the entire figure. And then here's all of the positions in the figure. So for each position where the swimmer does not have full leg extension, they receive a deduction. Okay, so now we're going to go back and we're going to watch this together for deductions. Here we can see that she's a little over her pike. I'm not sure if she pulled forward enough. I can't really tell from this angle. See how the knee throughout that movement was not fully extended? And now we're looking at still not full extension through the knee. Okay, now see, she's traveling here. So she moved away from the center as she went. And then the knees are still bent throughout that. Okay, so I don't actually know what score she got, overall what her range was. But based on what I saw, this is where they probably would have ended up. So you can see that she started with an average height of about 5.9. Her lack of flexibility in the splits really brings that down for her. And then you can see all of the deductions that I saw along the way. And then down at the bottom, the total of where that would probably end up as far as a score. Obviously, I was looking at it from an angle, so travel could have been different in person. And, you know, maybe some judges thought her splits were better, or some judges thought her splits were worse. So there will be a range, but that's generally where that evaluation is coming from.